Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's both chilling and fascinating. Just think about it. You're facing your final moments on Earth. What would your last meal be? Would you go all out? Keep it simple? We're about to explore the minds of death row inmates and their final requests, which are honestly way more interesting than you might think. Seriously, some of these are straight up bizarre. We're counting down the 10 strangest last meal requests from death row inmates. Get ready for some serious chills, guys. This is some intense stuff. Okay, so first up we have a single olive, just one. It's not often you see something so simple yet so perplexing. Can you imagine? Not even a whole bowl, just one lonely olive. It's almost as if this olive is trying to tell us something profound. And get this, they wanted the pit still in it. Why the pit? Was it a statement about something left unfinished, or perhaps a nod to the core of their being? What's going on there? Was it a power move? A final screw you to the system? Or maybe it was a way to maintain some control in a situation where they had none. Or maybe, just maybe, it held some deeper meaning, some symbolism we just don't understand. Could it be a message to someone, or a reflection of their inner turmoil? It's kind of haunting, right? This tiny simple fruit representing, what? The pit of their existence? The bitterness of their fate? Or perhaps the resilience to hold on to something so small yet significant? I don't know, you guys, this one really messes with my head. It's like trying to solve a riddle with no clear answer. It's like the simplicity of it is almost scarier than someone ordering a huge feast. The starkness of that single olive speaks volumes. It makes you wonder what was going through their mind in those final moments. Were they at peace, or was this olive a symbol of their final defiance? The mystery of it all is what makes it so compelling. Next up, we have a request that's a little less ominous, a little more comforting. It's a request that might bring a smile to your face, or perhaps a sense of nostalgia. This inmate requested 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. Yes, you heard that right. Not 1 but 2 pints of this refreshing, minty delight. I mean, I get it. Ice cream is delicious. It's one of those universal treats that can instantly lift your spirits no matter how old you are. And mint chocolate chip? A classic. The cool minty flavor combined with the crunch of chocolate chips is a match made in heaven. It's like a little taste of childhood innocence before the end. It's a flavor that many of us associate with simpler, happier times. Maybe this person had some really good memories associated with mint chocolate chip ice cream. Perhaps it was a favorite treat during family outings or summer vacations. Maybe it reminded them of a simpler time, before everything went wrong. A time when life was carefree and full of joy. Or maybe they just really liked mint chocolate chip. Sometimes a favorite flavor is just that, a favorite flavor. Who am I to judge? We all have our quirks and preferences, and this one is pretty harmless, all things considered. Whatever the reason, it's a strangely relatable request, you know? It's something that many of us can understand on a personal level. We all have our comfort foods, the things that make us feel safe and happy. Whether it's a bowl of ice cream, a warm slice of pie, or a hearty bowl of soup, these foods bring us a sense of peace. In the end, maybe that's what this request was all about. Finding a moment of comfort in an otherwise uncomfortable situation. And who can blame them for that? This next request is a little more specific, a little more personal. It's not just about the food itself, but what it represents, the memories it holds, and the emotions it evokes. This inmate requested a whole pecan pie. Not just any pie, but a pecan pie, a dessert that carries with it a rich tapestry of associations and meanings. Not a slice, not half, a whole pie. This detail is significant, suggesting a desire for completeness, for something whole and unbroken. Now, pecan pie isn't just some random dessert. It's a symbol of warmth, comfort, and tradition. It's a staple at many holiday tables, a centerpiece of family gatherings. It's usually associated with holidays, family gatherings, good times, moments when people come together to celebrate, to share stories, to create lasting memories. So was this inmate's request a way to reconnect with those happy memories, to feel a sense of warmth and belonging one last time? Perhaps it was a way to transport themselves back to a simpler, happier time. Maybe their grandma used to make the best pecan pie, and it reminded them of home. The smell of the pie baking, the taste of the sweet, nutty filling, the sound of family laughter in the background. Or maybe they had a tradition of sharing pecan pie with loved ones. A tradition that brought everyone together, that made them feel connected and loved. Whatever the reason, it's clear that this pie represented something much bigger than just a sweet treat. It was a symbol of love, of family, of cherished moments. It was a link to the past, a reminder of better days, a way to hold on to something beautiful and meaningful in a world that had become dark and uncertain. And in those final moments, that's all this inmate wanted. A slice of memory, a taste of home, a connection to the love and warmth they once knew. Chapter 4. Denied a final feast. This next one is heartbreaking, you guys. This inmate wanted to have one last meal with his family. He requested a large pizza with everything on it, to be shared with his loved ones. Can you imagine? That last supper, that chance to connect and say goodbye over a meal, it's such a simple human desire. But get this, the request was denied. Denied! Apparently it went against prison regulations. I mean, come on. This is someone's last wish, their final opportunity to connect with their family. It's just cruel. This one really gets to me, you guys. It just feels so unfair, so inhumane. Chapter 5. A Taste of Home. This next request takes us on a bit of a cultural journey. This inmate requested a traditional Japanese meal, including sushi and sashimi. Now this one is interesting because it speaks to the power of food to connect us to our heritage, our roots. Maybe this inmate grew up with Japanese cuisine, and it brought them comfort and familiarity. Or maybe they had never actually tried it before, but always wanted to experience a taste of their culture. Whatever the reason, it's a reminder that even in the face of death, our cultural identities remain important.
Chapter 6. The Feast. Okay, get ready for this one because it's a doozy. This inmate requested 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of KFC chicken, French fries, and a pound of strawberries. I mean, talk about going out with a bang. This is a feast fit for a king, or at least someone with a serious appetite. Maybe this inmate just wanted to indulge in all their favorite foods one last time. Or maybe they were trying to make a statement, to show that they weren't afraid of death, that they were going out on their own terms. Whatever the reason, it's definitely a memorable request.
Chapter 7. Luxury on Death Row. This next request is for all the fancy folks out there. This inmate requested a lobster tail, steak, apple pie, and vanilla ice cream. Talk about high class. This is a meal that screams luxury and indulgence. Maybe this inmate wanted to experience a taste of the good life one last time. Or maybe they were trying to send a message to show that they were above it all, even death. Whatever the reason, it's a pretty bold request for someone on death row. Chapter 8. One last cherry. Okay, this one is just strange. This inmate requested a single unpitted cherry. Like, what? Why? Was it a joke? A final act of defiance? Maybe they were hoping to choke on the pit and cheat death one last time. Or maybe they just really liked cherries. Whatever the reason, it's a request that's sure to leave you scratching your head. Chapter 9. The Curious Case of Pickles and Gum. This next request is just plain weird. This inmate requested a jar of pickles and a pack of chewing gum. Like, what kind of combination is that? Was there some deeper meaning behind this bizarre request? Maybe they were planning on making some kind of prison-style pickle juice gum. Or maybe they just had a really strange palate. Whatever the reason, it's a request that's sure to leave you both confused and slightly nauseous. Chapter 10. Food for the Soul. And finally, we come to our last and perhaps most profound request. This inmate didn't ask for a feast or a fancy meal or even a single bite of food. They requested a Bible. This request speaks volumes about the inmate's state of mind in their final moments. They weren't concerned with earthly pleasures anymore. They were seeking solace, forgiveness, a connection to something greater than themselves. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope, always a chance for redemption. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. These last meal requests, as strange as they are, offer a glimpse into the minds of people facing their mortality. It makes you think, doesn't it? What would your last meal be? Let us know in the comments which last meal request you found the strangest. Until next time, stay curious.